Good morning, I'm Nathan Edwards.
And I'm Timothy Boyd. Alex is off today.
Here's three quick stories to get your day started. The Cincinnati Music Festival is now underway. Al Greene performs tonight. Snoop Dogg hits the stage tomorrow night.
Would you go see Snoop Dogg?
I would see Snoop, but I kind of feel like it's like the oldies now. Is that weird?
I mean, I heard somebody the other day say that, I was watching a Netflix series and they said that Britney Spears was old. And I was like,
Does that makes us old?
That makes us old,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Geriatric. Halfway to the holidays continues at the Dayton arcade today. They have food trucks and shopping from 3 to 8. It's free and open to the public.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I see tacos, so sign me up for a taco truck.
I had to do a double take. I was like, holidays?
Holidays.
Holidays. What?
Yeah, it's a great event that they had back in like many years ago in the 80s that they brought back just recently at the Dayton arcade, and should be a good old time.
That'd be fun.
Love it. And Amy Cake's opening up a new location in Miamisburg. This will be fun. Celebrating Barbie style because the new Barbie movie coming out. And they're going to be having a summer bash with a Malibu Barbie themed treats.
I love cake, so.
I do too. Okay, so where's the Oppenheimer themed cookies?
I mean,
Atomic Bomb cookies, that'd be fun.
I've never even seen Oppenheimer. I don't know what that is. Now I have to go home and watch Oppenheimer.
Now it will be an explosive experience. Anyways, yeah.
I love that.
You're taking a live look over Dayton right now. The CenterPoint Energy Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger is kicking off this weekend. Meteorologist Nick Maruziak is live there now for us. Nick, this is the question everybody always wants to know. What is the weather going to be like for the air show?
You know, I'm not quite sure what the military term for is A+, but whatever that is, this is it. We are looking at absolutely fantastic conditions. It's going to be dry. More importantly, it's not going to be brutally hot or even very cool outside. We're talking about temperatures around 80 degrees during the daytime, and probably we're going to see some of the morning temperatures down in the 60s. So for some of us, it may actually be grab the sweater. Now, of course, the air show starts tomorrow morning, which means that as you wake up, you get ready for the day, it's going to be a little bit on the cooler side. Not awful, but a little bit on the cooler side. And then as we get progressively into the day, it's probably shorts and t-shirt, especially if you're going to be out in the sunshine, which I do think we'll see a good bit of sunshine. We'll ditto that for Sunday, but I think that there's at least the opportunity for a shower somewhere in the area, maybe middle, late stages of the day. I'm not
Your day.
right, good morning and welcome back to your day. Right now, temperatures across the region very comfortable. Right now, 66 in Dayton, 68 as you head to our south down towards Cincinnati, and up north in the lower 60s as you head towards Wapakoneta, Salina, and up towards Lima, right around 63 degrees. Much cooler, and those temperatures are cooler, but those dew points are also much lower. Very comfortable conditions. 62 right now, your dew point in Dayton, 61 in Wapakoneta, Greenville, and Richmond. So that cold front, severe weather that we had, you know, the good side of it was that these dew points are now what we're left with. We have very comfortable conditions for the rest of your day. Radar showing not a whole lot happening now. I'll step out of the way here and you can kind of see the front. This big bow shapey thing from Ottawa down towards New York, Philadelphia, and then over to Washington, D.C. now pushing well away from our region and going to continue to bring them a little bit of severe weather. But moving through time in our area, plenty of sunshine across the area today. We are left with a beautiful day to end your work week. I can't stress it enough. Plenty of sunshine out there. As you can see, right around lunchtime, maybe a few clouds mixing in, but generally speaking, going to be an amazing day. And as you head towards the evening, right around dinner time, you want to get outside and grill, take the dog, kids for a walk, or maybe head out in the town and have a few drinks on a patio somewhere. It's going to be a nice evening to do it with temperatures right around 80 degrees, plenty of sunshine. And as you head into Saturday morning, you're going to see much of the same kind of rinse and repeat Friday's forecast. The only difference is Saturday, we could see temperatures just a few degrees warmer than they were today. And we do have the very isolated chance for a pop-up isolated shower, but really think it's just going to be a mostly cloudy situation on Saturday. As you head into Sunday morning, much nicer conditions right around 5 a.m. We're talking about mostly sunny skies. Traffic looking really good out there. Highways right now on the ODOT cams nice and clear. Plenty of traffic moving right along, honestly. Lots of green on the map, so you're good to go if you're heading out.
An officer saving a very young life. As Adam Merrill shows us, it's why this Centerville officer is a hometown hero.
This is Centerville Police Officer Candace Gorby. Back on June 19th, CPD says she was dispatched to a call for an unresponsive 3-month-old. She found the baby not breathing, turning blue. Officer Gorby then performed CPR for about 2 minutes, which led to the child surviving. Centerville's police chief, Matthew Brown, had this to say about Officer Gorby. It is our goal at the Centerville Police Department to provide exceptional police services. Officer Gorby's actions on June 18, 2023, in performing CPR on a 3-month-old child exemplifies what we consider exceptional service. Officer Gorby's quick response, calmness under pressure, and deliberate actions based upon her training certainly averted a tragic outcome. If not for Officer Gorby's actions and the follow-up care provided by our colleagues at the Washington Township Fire Department, this incident could have been a tragic loss for our community. These are certainly the actions of hometown heroes. And for her actions, I agree with Chief Brown. Officer Gorby is without question a hometown hero.
If you know someone that's a hometown hero, let us know. Grab your phone and scan the QR code. You could chime in your submission through our app. We just need a description of why they're a hometown hero and a few pictures or video. Hospitals across the country reporting critical staff shortages, and some medical professionals say vaccine mandates are partly to blame. Houston Methodist in Texas was the first hospital in the country to require COVID vaccines. Now a group of doctors and nurses once affiliated with the hospital are speaking out in a rare interview. They say they were retaliated against for using their independent medical judgment.
I refused to get the vaccine.
I spoke out on social media saying vaccine mandates were wrong.
I said I don't want to take it.
So I ultimately gave my notice and I went somewhere else.
And I was suspended and then terminated.
And you got COVID.
And I got COVID.
Now this week on Full Measure with Cheryl Atkinson, she investigates the fallout from hospital vaccine mandates and what they mean for the future of patient care. Catch it this Sunday at 7:30 right here on ABC 22 or at 10 o'clock over on Fox 45. Moving live to the Capitol this morning as Democrats are criticizing Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan for who he invited to testify. Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He spoke in front of the Weaponization of Government Committee.
Even knowing what they know about Mr. Kennedy's hateful, evidence-free rhetoric, and even though they've invited any number of witnesses to make their point, Speaker McCarthy, Chairman Jordan affirmatively chose to give this a platform. They have co-signed on idiotic, bigoted messaging.
A new video shows RFK Jr. saying there's an argument COVID-19 was ethnically targeted, adding Jewish and Chinese people are most immune.
Anti-Semitism, racism, these are the most appalling, disgusting pejoratives, and they're applied to me to silence me.
Kennedy also denied opposing vaccines. In 2011, he founded Children's Health Defense. The nonprofit warns against the alleged dangers of vaccines. Our time right now is 5:17. Still to come, the Thunderbirds getting ready for another year, headlining the Centerpoint Energy Dayton Air Show. What makes this year's performance so important? You're watching Your Day. Good morning, I'm Nathan Edwards.
And I'm Timothy Boyd. I'm in for Alex. She is off today.
And you were providing our theme song there just a moment ago.
I was dancing too.
Attaboy. Well, happy Barbenheimer to those that celebrate. It's opening day for both the Barbie movie and Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Now, AMC says 40,000 people bought tickets for the 5-hour double feature.
Is that really Barbenheimer?
Yeah, I mean, people are making an event.
I was like, did you make that?
No,
but
man.
That's like top notch right there. I'd be really
internet
impressed.
sensation, Tim. Could you wait 5 hours to watch like that much movies? Could you sit through 5 hours of movies?
It depends on the movie.
Yeah. I think this could be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun too.
Barbies and atomic bombs.
No Barbies though. The Hemingway Look-alike contest is now underway in Key West, Florida. Yesterday marked the first round at the writer's favorite bar. It's a way to honor Hemingway's 124th birthday.
Yeah, this is one thing all old dudes can, enjoy together is Hemingway's birthday. I mean, they all look alike.
I mean, at least they were in Key West, Florida.
Hey,
that sounds
that's
like a
what I'm
great
talking
time.
about. Have a party.
I agree.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle asked President Biden for a ride back to the U.S. Oh my God.
I saw those.
The Daily Mail says they asked to join the Bidens on Air Force One after the Queen's funeral. It was an immediate no. They think really highly of themselves, don't they?
I guess. I mean, I'm sure they all do.
The royals,
politicians, all of them.
Well, these are U.S. folks now, I guess. And you're taking a live look over Dayton right now. The CenterPoint Energy Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger is kicking off this weekend. Meteorologist Nick Maruziak joins us live from there now. And Nick, I grew up in Vandalia. Everybody loves the air show, but the question the Friday before is always, what is the forecast looking like for that big weekend?
Well, I'll tell you what, Nathan, let's start off with where we are right now because it's a vast difference from where we were 24 hours ago. Of course, yesterday we were talking about temperatures in the 70s, and today it is substantially, and I do mean substantially, cooler outside. Cool enough that I'm in short sleeves, and I'm pretty cold tolerant. I'm starting to get goosebumps out here. And I think for tomorrow, it's going to be maybe even a degree or two cooler. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be brutally cold. I'm not talking about 40s, but we are talking more 50s and low 60s, which does mean that effectively we are talking about some really chilly temperatures or cooler than we have seen as of late. Now, in terms of actual appreciable weather, meaning rain, snow, sleet, thunderstorms, etc., 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 I just don't see that. I see it being much more of a calm forecast for us, meaning it's going to be great weather to get outside, catch the air show. Maybe you're not an air show person. Maybe you're trying to get outside and do some other things. It's going to be fine for that. Some of us probably have some yard work to do, not too hot as well. So we're realistically talking about as nice of a summer day as you could get. Of course, as we get into next week, it'll be warmer and more humid. We'll have Tim explain that coming up in just a bit.
Gotta love that forecast, and the Thunderbirds set to return to the skies at the air show. This year's performance comes as the Air Force team marks its 70th anniversary. Gwenna Falloon has a sneak peek of their shows.
To celebrate 70 years, the Thunderbirds are taking to the skies tomorrow with new songs and new pilots. The Thunderbirds returned to the Miami Valley in 2021 with a completely redone show, saying the pandemic was a blessing in disguise. Major Jeffrey Downey says the show really tugs at the heartstrings and makes people feel proud to be an American.
There's gonna be one little kid out there in the crowd today that they found their passion for life, whether that's flying or something else, right? Or there's some adult out there that sees this demonstration of excellence in human achievement and that it reinvigorates them in their job to go out what they're passionate about and to just excel at it.
Now you can catch all the Thunderbirds action Saturday and Sunday afternoon, and you may even see them practicing later today. Back to you.
And tickets for the air show are still available online, including a family deal. Kroger grocery stores also have discounted tickets. And if you head over to our website, Dayton247now.com, you can find information on parking and what time the event starts this weekend. We have a recall to tell you about. Cupkin is recalling hundreds of thousands of these cups marketed for kids. The 8 and 12-ounce double-walled stainless steel children's cups contain lead. They're sold in pairs on Amazon and the company's website. You can have one of the cups. You can request a refund on the Cupkin website. People in Columbus are stepping up to help a police officer shot in the line of duty. He's been in the hospital since getting shot after a car chase that ended on I-70. Columbus police tell us he lost a lot of blood. Now the local police and fire union are hosting a blood drive in his honor.
When we hear an officer in distress, when we hear shots fired, officer down, we're coming.
Just stick together. Just rally against it. It doesn't matter what uniform we wear or if you wear a uniform. It does not matter.
That blood drive's happening at the local 67 firehouse in Columbus on Tuesday. More than 1 in 10 young adults in the U.S. admit to regularly using e-cigarettes. That's according to a new report just out by the CDC. People between 18 and 21 used e-cigs the most in 2021. 11% of them indicated they actively consume the products. Smokers under 14 are more likely to be dual users, meaning they use both electronic and regular cigarettes. The Cincinnati Bengals are adding 2 more people to the team's Ring of Honor. Former NFL MVP Boomer Esiason and Bengals legend Chad Johnson are joining the growing list. It's meant to honor some of the best players and members of the organization who left a lasting impact on the team. Season ticket holders selected Esiason and Johnson from a ballot. The Cincinnati Reds celebrating their 2nd straight win against the San Francisco Giants. Rookie Andrew Abbott pitched 8 scoreless innings. The Giants only scoring 1 run off pitcher Darke Law. Reds win 5-1. They end the series against the Giants tied. And the Reds hoping to keep the streak alive. They start a series against the Arizona Diamondbacks today. The game starts at 7:10 this evening at Great American Ballpark. Our partners at Bally Sports Ohio are airing it. Coverage starts at 6:30. Our time right now is 5:37. Don't forget, you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen and your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials. Here's our live look from the Dayton International Airport. We're going to check back in with Nick in a couple minutes for more on your air show forecast. You're watching Your Day.
Welcome outside. Of course, we are out here at the Dayton Air Show, and I should note that the sun is now starting to rise on the horizon behind me. And I'm looking out, and it is one of those nights where it is cleared substantially, clear enough that actually we have started to get some stars out here. And this is a big change from yesterday. Yesterday was just a really unstable air mass, especially across the north. We got a ton of storms from about 4 to about 8 p.m. That's really where we had a ton of severe weather across the northern part. It started to maybe not necessarily wane a little bit, but it definitely started to become more showers and thunderstorms as it progressed further to the south. But the good news is for this morning, for tomorrow, and probably most of Sunday, it should be, frankly, pretty quiet. We're not going to be dealing with any heavy-duty weather for the air show. I do think that temperatures will also be, frankly, pretty mild, meaning around 80, low 80s, mid 80s, somewhere in that ballpark. And without a ton of humidity, it is going to feel pretty okay outside. Now, for right now, I will say this, as you step out the door, and probably tomorrow morning will be similar, it is cool outside. We have a little bit of breeze blowing in this direction, and what's happening is every time that I turn a little bit, I'll start getting goosebumps because it is a little bit cooler outside. Not cold enough that I'd be running immediately for a parka, don't get me wrong, but certainly cool enough that I could get away with a light jacket or something similar. So again, if we're talking about a good weather for the air show, this is certainly starting to be it. And I know a lot of us are looking forward to it. I'm actually in Miamisburg. Nathan, I know you're from Vandalia, so I have to ask the big question. Do you ever sit in the backyard, have a drink in your hand, watching the kids play, look up and just see the planes and just go, America?
Oh, of course, man. I love it. I do. I scream freedom. But the thing is like my parents live right next door to the airport. So literally the planes fly right over my parents' backyard. So we always sit back there. Dogs go absolutely bonkers. But it's a ton of fun, man.
Yeah, you know, I will say when I was in Fargo and also in Fort Wayne, we used to have air shows out there every once in a while, and my dog would absolutely lose her mind anytime one of those planes, maybe not if it goes supersonic, but just hit that jet a little bit higher. I can imagine that she's not going to be a happy camper the next few days. And, you know, for a lot of us, it may be dogs stay inside, the rest of us outside. Freedom!
Amen to that, Nick. Amen to that. We appreciate you and have fun out there, my man. Our time right now, 5:43. You're watching Your Day. We're going to look at a new look at major hail storm in mid-Michigan. Check this out. The storm swept through the area just outside of Flint yesterday. Now, some of the hail were baseball and softball sized, damaging homes and shattering car windshields.
Ooh. Yeah, lots of severe weather yesterday across Michigan, the Ohio Valley out towards Cleveland. But today, much nicer conditions, beautiful temperatures. We're talking temperatures right around 80 degrees. For this time of year, we're usually closer to 90 degrees. So going to be really nice out there. And on top of that, dew points are going to be really low too. So it is not really going to be muggy. It is literally a picture perfect Friday for it to be mid to late July. Now tonight, going to get a little chilly out there. Right around 60 degrees. Some locations could dip down to right around 59. Clouds clearing, light winds, so very comfortable conditions. Tomorrow we're basically going to rinse and repeat this forecast for you. Going to be a couple degrees warmer, partly cloudy skies, mostly sunny, and again light winds and relatively low humidity. So you have a really nice Friday and you have a really nice Saturday on hand, and Sunday same scenario there, but maybe an isolated shower or two in the late evening as you head into Monday, but temperatures just slightly warmer on Sunday, 85, and you kind of see that trend continue too as you head through the work week. Temperatures around 86 on Monday, and we start really creeping up above our average. Our average high at the bottom left-hand side you can see is 86, so we're jumping above that by Tuesday with temperatures in that 88 range, and then closing in on 90 degrees as we head into mid to late next week. Traffic right now looking real nice out there. Our ODOT cams looking clear, traffic moving right along, and our map, everything is green, nothing to report at the moment.
This morning, we're learning why people prefer to work from home. When it comes to working from home, 20% say they do it to save commuting time. That's according to a new poll from the McKinsey Global Institute. 11% says it helps increase productivity, and 9% say they save money that way. Our time right now is 5:48. You're taking a live look at the Dayton Air Show this morning. Nick's got more on our forecast coming up. You're watching Your Day.
In this morning's GMA First Look. New details from the search warrant issued this week for the 1996 murder of rap pioneer Tupac Shakur.
So this is the biggest development in the Tupac murder case since this all happened, since the murder happened.
ABC News learning the search warrant executed Monday in Las Vegas was at the home of Dwayne Davis, known as Keefe D, just miles away from where Tupac was gunned down during a drive-by shooting. ABC News has exclusive video of armored vehicles driving down the neighborhood street just after 10 p.m. And we'll have much more on the search warrant and what it means for this infamous cold case coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
I was stuck. Unresolved depression symptoms were in my way. I needed more from my antidepressant. Vraylar helped give it a lift.
Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant is clinically proven to help relieve overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone. And in Vraylar clinical studies, most saw no substantial impact on weight. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke, report unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults, report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are common side effects. Stomach and sleep issues, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are also common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks.
I didn't have to change my treatment. I just gave it a lift.
Ask about Vraylar and learn
the Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Welcome back out. We are out here at the air show where obviously the sun's starting to come up here. You can actually look in towards the airport, which I think is always fun. Now, obviously, those aren't the jets that we're excited about, but those are the jets that are typically here on an ongoing basis. As for right now, if you're stepping out, it is chilly out here. I can tell you that my photog and I have been joking around, beating each other up about how cold it is and how cold we are. Once the sun comes up, I do expect it to be fine. Now, that being said, worth pointing out the temperatures right now are about as low as they're going to get. Tomorrow will be very similar to today, so a little bit chilly in the morning, but during the afternoon and evening, it will start to warm up. And I do think that's a trend that will continue not just for the air show, but beyond. Early next week, the signs are pointing to a substantial warm-up. So, you know, I look at the forecast and I go, if we were talking about air show Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that would be a lot harder for folks to maybe enjoy without drinking copious amounts of water or without having some sort of an umbrella or way to keep cool. Either way, it is going to be a very great weekend temperature-wise for the air show. Saturday, it's going to be sunny with just a couple of clouds, and Sunday, not too shabby either. So, again, it could be a whole lot worse when it comes to air show weather. And frankly, I'm excited. You've got the Thunderbirds, you've got the Black Knights. I'm excited about the F-22, and I think there's the F-15 as well. I may just be a little bit of a military nerd. Maybe the History Channel is one of my favorites on the old cable box, Nathan. So, you know, I'm obviously excited to see some of these planes in action here over the next, 48, 72 hours? I can't do math right now.
Well, the thing too, Nick, is they're going to be practicing tonight throughout the day, and you can catch them in the air doing their practice runs. And then tonight also is the air show parade around 7. So what's the forecast going to look like, I guess, temperature-wise for the air show parade tonight?
At about 7, we're talking about temperatures probably low, maybe a couple mid-80s. I would say there's going to be a few clouds out and about. So, Nathan, effectively, the parade is going to go off without a hitch weather-wise. We're not talking about any heavy-duty weather. If we see much more than just a couple of your typical summer clouds, I would be shocked. I mean, this is one of those forecasts, not just for today, Saturday, and parts of Sunday that absolutely look fantastic.
Good news all around, Nick. As always, we appreciate it, and we'll be back with you here in a minute. Popeyes is in the business of TikTok trends. The fast food chain has come up with its own version of the viral girl dinner, and it's now an option on its menu. The girl dinner is basically a personal snack plate comprised of existing ingredients in the fridge and pantry. Yeah, my wife makes that too. Popeyes takes on a variety of side dishes that have to be ordered individually, like mashed potatoes, Cajun fries, and biscuits. The special girl dinner tab is only available on Popeyes' website. Well, get ready for a matchup you never knew you needed. A world-class NBA shooting pro went up against an AI-powered shot shooting robot. Chris Matthews is an expert NBA shooting coach. He traveled to Japan to take on the robot designed by Toyota engineers. It's called Q6. Oh God, this is so scary. It actually set a Guinness World Record by sinking more than 2,000 consecutive free throws. Burn it now, Tim.
Oh, wow.
How do you feel about this, robots now? I mean, it starts with just shooting free throws.
It's funny, you see this, and I saw something on social media the other day, and it was a robot. I don't remember what they said it was here for, but this thing was just walking down. They had just taken it off a plane, and it was just walking down the tarmac, and I was like, that looks like a human.
I don't know, the ones that creep me out are the ones that are like supposed to be like dogs.
Oh yeah. It's like a little bit horror film mixed with robot, mixed with just things I don't want to deal with.
Whenever I read these stories, I'm like, have we not watched Terminator?
Right. Like there's lots of them. It's not just one Terminator. There's a few of them to give you a good warning.
I was going to say there's like 6 of them. So
Arnold needs to speak his mind about this.
Go watch that. Go watch iRobot. Do whatever it takes. Just don't build more robots.
You could be the next. What was his character?
What? Which one?
In Terminator.
I
guess he was
the
Terminator.
Well, the Terminator.
Yes,
we got a lot more coming up on your day at 6 a.m. We want to give you a live look at the Dayton International Airport. We've got the air show this weekend. Get excited. Meteorologist Nick Maruziak is out there live all morning long with a preview of what we can expect.
Alrighty, and taking a look at your 7-day forecast here. Going to be relatively cool for the next couple of days, well below our average of 86 that you can see. And then as you head into next week, temperatures will jump up above our average by mid to late week. And we're looking at temperatures in the 90s.
You're watching Your Day. Good morning, I'm Nathan Edwards.
And I am Timothy Boyd. Alex is off today.
And here's 3 quick stories to get your day started. The Cincinnati Music Festival is now underway. Greene performs tonight. Snoop Dogg hits the stage tomorrow night. Dog! Yeah, dude, I think Snoop would be a lot of fun.
Well, they got a lot of people out there. Babyface, too.
Yeah. I have never been to a Snoop show.
Neither
that might
have I.
surprise you.
I don't know that I could go, though, because I think I would know like 1 or 2 lyrics, not even a full song.
Doesn't matter, he's rage.
Okay, cool. Sounds good to me. Halfway to Holidays continues at the Dayton Arcade today. They have food trucks and shopping from 3 to 8. It's free and open to the public.
You know, this is kind of crazy because Holidays is their Christmas event that they have down at the arcade, which means we're halfway to Christmas.
I was literally just talking about this with Natalie the other day. I'm like, you do realize Christmas is like 5 or 6 months away right now.
Yeah, kids go back to school in like a month.
I'm sure you're excited about that, though.
That I am. Amy Cake's opening up a new location in Miami's Bergen, celebrating Barbie style. They'll be having a summer bash with Malibu Barbie themed treats. Barbie Mania is going on right now, man. Everybody's ready for this movie to come out.
I'm sure they got some pretty interesting looking treats the way they make cakes these days. Have you ever seen those things where they cut cakes and they don't even look like a cake?
They've got these cookies that look amazing.
I love anything sweets, cakes, cookies. Give it to me. All
Sign me up. And now you're taking a live look over Dayton right now. The CenterPoint Energy Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger is kicking off this weekend. And meteorologist Nick Maruziak and Tej Joshi are both there now. And Nick, we'll start with you. What does the weather look like for the air show this weekend?
You know, I don't think you could argue with the weather for the air show. Tej, let me ask you right now, are you cold at all?
Well, I am feeling nice and warm right now. It's going to be way warmer this weekend. I just know Nick is very jealous of my jacket this morning.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, I'm out here in short sleeves. I may be a meteorologist, but I sometimes fail at like dressing myself.
Well, of course, the sun is rising while we're here now. The sun's going to be up well while the air show is happening, so it's going to be a lot warmer, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're aiming for 80s, so it'll be a good news there. Now, one thing that I would like to point out is this is not going to be a forecast where it's going to be ridiculously hot, ridiculously humid, or even, let's say, the type of weather where we're going to be dealing with rain or snow or any of that. It's simply going to be pretty quiet. Now, one thing that is worth pointing out, it's still going to be sunny. We're still going to have a little bit of heat, but not a whole lot. So that means that perhaps for some of us, we're going to start getting dehydrated. We'll touch on that with Tage and some of the health and safety stuff coming up here in just a few seconds. But the point of it is, when you talk about air show weather, you like to see it sunny, you like to see it relatively mild, and I do think we'll see that. But mild for this time of year is anything around 80 degrees, and we actually should see some of these temperatures for Sunday be in the middle 80s. Now, we'll bring Tage back here, and Tage, I know that you were looking up some of the health and safety things that are going on. Go ahead.
And we're going to have more tips and details from one of the experts here, Dr. Amberge, later on in the morning. But a couple things I just want to make sure everybody knows when it comes to general health and safety here. The big thing that the team of the air show wants everybody to know is if you're planning to come out here, be hydrated. They don't mean just bring water the day of the festival. Start drinking water today. Hydration really starts the day before. The other thing that's along, maybe not the health side, but the safety side that they're making sure everybody knows is when you get here with your vehicles, make sure you pre-purchase your parking because they don't want people getting stuck in long lines on the roads and the parking lots on the way in. Those are the two really, really big things. Of course, they're going to have vendors and other snacks and stuff like that here. First aid kits, all kinds of things to make sure people are enjoying themselves. And we'll have more tips from Dr. Amberge later on in the morning. Nick, I think we're going to enjoy it out here all day long, aren't we?
Well, we're going to try one way or the other. Maybe a little cool for me.
Nathan, back to you in the studio.
Nick and Tage, thank you so much. And of course, tonight is the air show parade starting at 7 o'clock. It is a Vandalia institution. I grew up going to it myself. If I can talk there. Here's the route that you got to look out for. Okay, so St. Christopher Catholic Church, this is where the parade actually starts. Then it goes down National Road and then takes a right up Dixie all the way past the Airline Dairy Cream. So if you want to get your lawn chairs out, do it this morning because we know people are going to be out all evening long enjoying the parade down there. And of course, we're going to be live out at the air show all weekend long to get the latest updates sent directly to your phone. Download the Dayton 24/7 Now app. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now. You can also find it for free in your device's app store. Public Health of Dayton and Montgomery County found West Nile virus in a mosquito in Vandalia. Now, it's not uncommon for a mosquito to test positive for West Nile virus, but Public Health is set to spray the following areas on Monday at dusk for safety: the Vandalia Rec Center, Poplar Cemetery, Helke Park, and several streets surrounding the park. The chemical they'll use, called Duet, does not pose a significant risk to people or animals. That's according to the EPA. The mist should dissipate within 5 to 30 minutes. You're able to be outdoors during that time. So far, no humans have tested positive for West Nile virus in Montgomery County this year. Now, you can protect yourself by wearing long pants and long sleeves outdoors. Also, wear light-colored clothes. Those are less attractive to mosquitoes, and use bug spray. Finally, you should remove standing water like bird baths or buckets from your yard. The construction worker hit yesterday morning on US 35 in Riverside is now dead. We first told you about this as breaking news on your day. He died from his injuries after being taken to Miami Valley Hospital. Police are working with Ohio State Highway Patrol to determine what exactly happened. Right now, investigators believe it was an accident. This comes as the Ohio State Highway Patrol is cracking down on their move over slow down violations. We now know the trial date for a Fairborn man accused of attempting to kidnap a girl in Xenia. The trial for Reed Duran is scheduled for October 30th. This comes after a court upheld a prior ruling. Duran is competent to stand trial. Police arrested him for allegedly posing as a parent during an open house at St. Bridget's School. Police also say on the same day he attempted to stab an officer, which you can see right there in an interview room. A man known as a local Luke Skywalker lookalike now appearing in court on child pornography charges. 59-year-old John Stevens is charged with 8 counts of pandering sexually oriented material involving a minor. Assistant Prosecutor David Wood says the images found on Stevens' phone are too profane to say out loud to the media. A judge set his bond at $200,000. Our time right now is 6:07. Don't forget, you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen and your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials. We've got more live coverage from the Dayton Air Show coming up next, including a forecast just ahead. You're watching Your Day.
Welcome back outside. It is a cool start to your morning here at the airport. Obviously, up to the air show itself. It is the type of day where, temperatures are, let's say, a little bit on the cooler side. So effectively, things are not awful outside. I will say this. Let me actually step out here for a quarter second just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on, because it definitely is a morning where things have certainly cooled off overnight after the storms, and because of that, out here in short sleeves may not be your best ideal right first thing in the morning. That being said, later on today, we'll have temperatures into the 80s, and I don't really see it being necessarily a day where you'll want to be out here in a sweater or sweatpants, things of that nature. But again, out here at the air show, things seem to be pretty quiet. The sun is out or starting to come up. There's not even a cloud in the sky, so it's certainly looking pretty good. Now, we're going to send things in to Nathan in just a second here, but Nathan, I can tell you this much. I'm excited for an air show. It's my first air show in Dayton. You've obviously covered and done a lot of them. For someone whose first time is here, what is something that you think that is a little bit on the more underrated side?
All right, Nick, you got to go out to the Airline Dairy Cream across the street and grab some ice cream after watching the air show. Also, go check out some of the Black Hawk helicopters they got out there. Those are pretty sweet as well. And if you're heading out to the air show this weekend, you want to share your pictures with us. To chime in, just scan the QR code on your screen. You can upload them through our Dayton 24/7 Now app. We may see some of your pictures and videos on air.
Alrighty, time for some traffic across the Dayton region. Looking at the ODOT cams, sun coming up, traffic starting to pick up a little bit, but things still running nice and smooth. ODOT map, all green, good to go. We have nothing out there to report.
Our time right now, 6:12. An important recall that could impact your child. Why one company is pulling a popular cup marketed to kids, and what you can do if you already have one. You're watching Your Day. Well, last night we certainly saw some treacherous weather here in the Miami Valley.
It was great. I loved it. It was fun. But I mean, you know,
A little wild. Well,
It was a little wild.
well, you
It was a
know,
little wild, you know.
Weather nerds are a little crazy.
Yeah, the
about
weather
that type
nerds,
of
we
stuff.
like it. But I mean, yeah, as of now, I don't think there's been any injuries reported, which is great news. But yeah, we had a couple of tornado warnings, lots of severe thunderstorm warnings, especially earlier in the night. We had two different line of sails merge together and create one really big one. So that was interesting.
We got it all out of the way for the air show this weekend.
Beautiful conditions this weekend. We have a great forecast on hand for you. Now, a live look at radar right now showing this is the massive storm really falling apart. Now, I'll step out of the way here. It looked pretty strong. Now it's, like I said, starting to fall apart. DC just got hit with some severe weather themselves, but moving on through time, we're going to have a very nice end to your work week and heading into your weekend. This morning, clearing out, going to be partly cloudy skies throughout the afternoon, right around lunchtime. Plenty of sunshine out there. And as you head into the evening, you know, it is Friday, you want to do some grilling out, go hang out with family, take the kids and dog on a walk, or head out to downtown and have a few drinks on a patio or something. Going to be a nice evening to do that, just a few clouds lingering. And as you head into Saturday morning, plenty of sunshine, clear conditions. Your Saturday looks absolutely amazing. So maybe instead of going to the gym, do some workouts outside, get a nice run, a jog in the morning. And then in the afternoon around lunchtime, some of the models indicating maybe a isolated shower or two. I think it's going to be mostly cloudy though. And then moving through that evening into Sunday morning, we're going to have more clear conditions. So it's going to be a copy and paste type situation. So again, recapping, tonight, temperatures right around 60 degrees, nice and cool, some clouds clearing out there, a couple of winds, going to be a chilly one for you. And then as you head towards tomorrow, Saturday, your forecast looks amazing, especially if you're heading up to the air show, partly to mostly sunny skies. I don't think you could have asked for a better forecast. Temperatures much below our average of 86. We're going to be right in the low 80s, right around 83 for the Dayton metro area. Traffic right now looking nice, moving right along on our ODOT cams, and our map looking green and good to go. Nothing to report at the moment.
We want to give you another live look at the Gem City this morning. Big changes coming to the Dayton Arcade as officials look to give more people more stuff to do downtown. Abby Forbes shares what this means for you.
The arcade is working on adding some new restaurants and market space in the near future. I'm told the development itself is funded by several partners, including the city of Dayton. They tell me the goal of this development is to bring life back into the space. By doing so, they expect to bring healthy finances to the city.
Around this, the revenue generated from people at the hotel, at our restaurants, at our events, it spreads it out within the downtown area. So it's really important to us that we don't just support ourselves, but we support our neighbors.
I am told the new restaurant, Gather by Ghostlight and Est are set to open this summer, and the Hilton Garden Inn is set to open in the fall of 2024. Back to you.
Our time right now is 6:18. Digital producer Max waiting in the wings. Your Facebook poll question coming up in minutes. You're watching Your Day.
All right, welcome back to your day. Dew point temperatures right now, very comfortable compared to what we have seen. 61 in Dayton, Xenia, Urbana, Bellefontaine, you name it, Richmond, Greenville, everybody's sitting right around 61, a little bit higher down towards Wilmington, Lebanon, Middletown sitting at 64 and 66 in Oxford. So much more comfortable dew points, less humidity is what we're going to have on tap for today and tomorrow. Out the door today, lower humidity and lower temperatures. We're talking temperatures right near 80 degrees. So starting off in the 60s, moving into the 70s, right around 80 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Don't think you could have a better forecast for the end of your work week heading into your weekend, especially with so much happening across Dayton this weekend. So today, right around 80 again, partly to mostly sunny skies, a north wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour thanks to that front that pushed through and bringing those northerly winds to our region. Tonight, 60 degrees, a couple of clouds out there as well, and those winds staying right calm around 5 to 10 miles per hour again. And then Saturday, beautiful Saturday on hand, 83 degrees, partly to mostly sunny skies, light variable winds for you. And as you head into your extended forecast here, you can see we're going to stay below average for a few days. Our normal high of 86, we're going to be in the low 80s with plenty of sunshine in your extended forecast and some warm temperatures by mid to late next week. Traffic at the moment moving right along. We have nothing on our map to report, and our ODOT cams are looking pretty fantastic.
All right, Nick is here right now. Max is here right now.
Howdy.
Goodness gracious.
We're all here.
Max, go hit the Dayton 24/7 Now page up there. We're doing a daily poll question. We're mixing things up this morning, and we are asking.
Oh,
there we go.
my goodness.
What's the question at this hour?
This weekend is Barbie Oppenheimer. It's not, this isn't Barbie versus Oppenheimer. This is Barbie and Oppenheimer. But the big question everyone is asking is, which one are you seeing first? If it's going to be a dual feature, do you see Oppenheimer or Barbie first?
This is like the debate. I know which way I personally would go here.
Same.
Now, Tim, what are you feeling?
Oppenheimer, for sure.
Why?
Because it's the atomic bomb. That's so cool.
I know. I mean, a little science nerd there.
It appeals to me more. I do plan on seeing it this weekend with a bunch of friends. We've had the whole discussions. Do you get mimosas and then see Barbie and then see Oppenheimer later at night? Or do you see Oppenheimer first because it's going to be a bit more intense and you can end Barbie on a high note? Personally, I say Barbie first, then Oppenheimer. But I've been told I'm wrong for that.
Why you want to end on? People want to end on a happy note. Is that what's going on?
That's the argument for Barbie, but I think there's going to be more to discuss with Oppenheimer. That's why I want to end on that.
I will say I would rather see Oppenheimer because I'm a history nerd, and hearing about the creation of the atomic bomb, I think is very fascinating. Christopher Nolan's an awesome director.
It's going to be fantastic, I'm sure.
It's going to be a great movie. I'm interested to see if this will help drive people back to the theaters.
We'll see what happens. I mean, especially with those pricings we were talking about earlier, that's not going to do it. But I mean, great movies like these. So
well, apparently the IMAX, like Oppenheimer, was shot completely in IMAX, and the IMAX roll for it is 600 pounds and 11 miles of film.
You really did your research.
Let me just tell you, I've been waiting for this day. I'm very excited.
Tom Cruise did an interview, and they asked him, "Hey, which are you going to see first?" And he said he thinks this is going to be one of the biggest weekends for cinema that we've seen in a long time.
Hey,
I agree.
He's helping. The Mission Impossible came out last weekend. That's still out as well now. Max, as always, we appreciate it. Go chime in right now on our Facebook page. Our time right now is 6:25. Still to come, we're continuing our live coverage from the Dayton International Airport in just minutes. We're meeting the voice of the air show. But first, here's Genevieve Gorder with America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
The space we live in is so important to all of us, and that really starts with the base of a healthy, clean home, including the air that we breathe. And there are so many pollutants that can affect the air inside of our homes, from our pets, dust, allergens. What's the solution? Here's one. This is the Clean Light Air. It's super compact, easy to use. It even fits in the cup holder of your car. It's an air filter that can remove up to 99.9% of particles you don't want in your house, like smoke, odors, pet dander, air pollution. And this thing is small, but really mighty. It can purify up to 161 square feet at a time. So think about it in your office, your kid's dorm room, for a small bedroom. So many people love using these in the kitchen while they're cooking. Even if you've never thought about the air quality in your space before, you will absolutely feel the difference right away with this product. Place them anywhere your pet hangs out. Or when you're going somewhere running errands, put it in your car. It's super quiet. It's super easy to use. And another thing I love, you can charge your devices at the same time. There's a USB port. Add your favorite essential oil to the sponge inside so the air will not only be clean, it will smell great. And today we're offering a 2-for-1. Both of these for the price of less than you normally pay for just one. Take advantage of this deal. Go to asadeals.com.
Good morning, I'm Nathan Edwards.
And I'm Timothy Boyd. Alex is off today.
And here's 3 quick stories to get your day started. Happy Barbenheimer Day to all who celebrate. It's opening day for both the Barbie movie and Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. AMC says 40,000 people have bought tickets for the 5-hour double feature.
So it's, now I get it. I'm putting the pieces together.
Tim just learned about this morning, Barbenheimer.
Yeah, I didn't know that was, okay, I see what was happening now.
It is like the biggest summer movie day in history.
Okay.
I think people are so amped up for it.
I'll go see them.
You need to get on your pop culture here, Tim.
I do. I don't
Come
pay
on.
attention. The Hemingway Lookalike Contest is now underway in Key West, Florida. Yesterday marked the first round at the writer's favorite bar. It's a way to honor Hemingway's 124th birthday.
Dude, I think I am about a white beard away from being able to compete in this contest.
I don't think you're that far along, but you're closer than I am.
I can go with a young Hemingway. That'd be fun.
Key West sounds like a good time. I'd be there for it. I don't care.
Plus, he loved his 6-toe cats.
Oh my, what?
Yes.
I'm learning so much today.
I am a wealth of useless information.
I get done talking to him and I go Google things.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle asked President Biden for a ride back to the U.S. This is yes. The Daily Mail says they asked to join the Bidens on Air Force One after the Queen's funeral. It was an immediate no.
Immediate no, hard no.
Hard no.
I wonder why it was a hard no.
Probably because they're nothing but drama. And call their buddy Oprah up and be like, yo, give me back the U.S. The
Yeah.
Royals are the Kardashians from across the pond.
Ugh, the
Tired
Kardashians.
of them. You're taking a live look over Dayton right now. The CenterPoint Energy Dayton Air Show, presented by Kroger, kicking off this weekend. Meteorologist Nick Maruziak and Tej Joshi are both there now. And guys, you're saying it's a chilly start to the morning, but I'm sure it's going to warm up here in a matter of hours.
Yeah, we got that going for us, Nathan. And, you know, one thing he's got going for him is the jacket over here. I mean,
I'm wearing the nice
prepared.
I'm prepared for the chill this morning, but as you just said, Nathan, we're going to have way warmer temperatures. Nick will have the full forecast in a second throughout the weekend. I just want to say, Nick, you are first time here at the Dayton Air Show. We've done lots of air shows in your past, right?
Yeah, exactly. McGuire Air Force Base, Fargo had one, Indiana had one, and Yuma had, I think, 2.
A little known fact we'll get into later in the morning, Nick almost became a pilot.
I wouldn't say almost.
He tried to become a pilot.
I wouldn't say try. More or less, I thought about it, okay?
So we'll have to talk about that more in the morning. We'll get into the inside of Nick. But for the meantime right here, when will it actually start to warm up this weekend?
Probably next hour or 2 hours. I mean, we're talking about a slow, steady warm-up here. That once the sun comes out, everything tends to heat up rather rapidly, especially when it's drier. And frankly, that's where it's at right now. And I think we'll ditto that for Saturday. So Saturday, very similar to today. If anything, for Saturday morning, it may be a degree or 2 cooler. We shouldn't feel that much of a cool down, though. And then for Sunday itself, Sunday will start to also warm up. I think by Sunday, we'll be in the mid-80s. Conceivable on Sunday, although it seems unlikely that we'll see a lot of rain for the air show, which is certainly some good news because frankly we got our rain in yesterday and got a ton of it depending on where you are. So there is plenty of things here to do at the air show. For that, we're going to bring in Tej again. And Tej, you know, we've talked medical, and now we're actually going to talk to one of the volunteers here.
Well, we're going to talk to somebody who is a big part of the show. We're going to tell you all about the different acts that are going to be at the show and the voice that you are going to be hearing as the show is happening. We're now joined by Rob Ryder. Rob, how you doing this morning?
Hello, I'm good, Tej. Nice to see you. Nick, I have done the Yuma show as the announcer, the voice of that show for many years. So
really,
cool.
rock on.
And Indiana too. So anyway.
Okay, so he's not just a Dayton air show legend. He's an air show around the country legend. Why don't we explain what exactly I mean here? How long have you been involved in air shows, in your whole life?
When I was working on TV out of Cincinnati on a show that was in Dayton, Columbus, Indianapolis, and Cincinnati, we came here in 1978. I started volunteering here in 1979, and other than a few years, I've been here almost every year. So I'll be around for next year's 50th anniversary of the show. But this year, the Thunderbirds, the Raptor, and Tej, because Dayton is the birthplace of aviation, even local folks are involved in it, and that has been the case over the years. And we have a father-son team who are going to perform in airplanes they built themselves called RV-8s, Vans RV-8s, and they do a formation act. That's Ken and Austin Reeder. And so that with the Raptor and the Thunderbirds and so much else going on in the air and on the ground, it's going to be
so
awesome.
many great acts in store for this weekend. Like I said, you're going to be the voice announcing all of them. So if you guys are at the air show this weekend, you hear all that great announcing word that is happening from our friend right here. Last thing before we go, just give me one last sentence. Why should someone come to the air show if they've never been before?
Because this is where aviation started. This is where aviation is carried on as one of the top shows in North America. Make sure you come to the Dayton Air Show.
Of course, we're going to have more information about the air show all morning long for you guys. For now, though, we'll send it back to Nathan and the team in the studio.
One of the big acts you're going to see this weekend is the Thunderbirds, and this year's performance comes as the Air Force team celebrates 70 years in the sky. Gwyneth Falloon has a sneak peek of their shows.
To celebrate 70 years, the Thunderbirds are taking to the skies tomorrow with new songs and new pilots. The Thunderbirds returned to the Miami Valley in 2021 with a completely redone show, saying the pandemic was a blessing in disguise. Major Jeffrey Downey says the show really tugs at the heartstrings and makes people feel proud to be an American.
There's me one little kid out there in the crowd today that they found their passion for life, whether that's flying or something else, right? Or there's some adult out there that sees this demonstration of excellence in human achievement and that it reinvigorates them in their job to go out what they're passionate about and to just excel at it.
Now you can catch all the Thunderbirds action Saturday and Sunday afternoon, and you may even see them practicing later today. Back to you.
Thanks, Gwen. And tickets for the air show are still available online, including a family deal. Kroger grocery stores also have discounted tickets. And if you head over to our website, Dayton247now.com, you can find information on parking and what time the event starts this weekend. We have a recall to tell you about. Cupkin is recalling hundreds of thousands of these cups marketed for kids. The 8 and 12-ounce double-walled stainless steel children's cups contain lead. They're sold in pairs on Amazon and the company's website. If you have one of the cups, you can request a refund on Cupkin's website. The Cincinnati Bengals adding 2 more people to the team's Ring of Honor. Former NFL MVP Boomer Esiason and Bengals legend Chad Johnson are joining the growing list. It's meant to honor some of the best players and members of the organization who left a lasting impact on the team. Season ticket holders selected Esiason and Johnson from a ballot. The Reds celebrating their second straight win against the San Francisco Giants. Rookie Andrew Abbott pitched 8 scoreless innings. The Giants only scoring 1 run off pitcher Derek Law. Reds win 5-1. They ended the series against the Giants tied. The Reds are hoping to keep the streak going. They start a series against the Arizona Diamondbacks today. The game starts at 7:10 this evening at Great American Ballpark. Our partners at Bally Sports Ohio airing it. Coverage starts at 6:30. Our time right now, 6:37. Don't forget to get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen and your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials. We are live at the Dayton Air Show this morning. We've got live coverage coming up here in just a few more minutes. You're watching Your Day.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Good morning, everybody. We are out here. I believe we are. You can see the plane behind me. I'll talk about that plane coming up here in just a bit. But it is the type of a morning where it is pretty chilly out here. The sun is just, and I mean about that much over the horizon right now, and actually I can see it poking through some of the trees. So optimistically, frankly, I won't be as cold here in the next hour or two. Pessimistically, it's still got an hour or two before it does warm up. Temperatures this morning are a little bit on the cooler side than yesterday. So we're talking about 60s and low 60s, perhaps even a couple of us should get some upper 50s, not just today, but for tomorrow as well. So effectively, we are talking about a cool air mass in place for this morning, or cooler, I think you would say. Anytime you get in the 50s and 40s, that's where I'd say it's cool for summertime. Now, that being said, we're pointing out it does warm a lot more rapidly when it is drier. We're going to aim for around 80 today, probably low to mid 80s over the weekend. So fantastic weather for the air show itself. Now, I'm going to drop some knowledge here for you. So Nathan, take some notes here. So behind me, Les, can we zoom in on that? That is a C-17. That is the third most expensive plane in the Air Force. The number one, the B-2 bomber, and then the number two would be your AWACS. So that is the third most expensive plane in the Air Force fleet. I was wrong. I thought it would be the F-35. So Nathan, you know, you learn something new every time that you come out to one of these shows.
Well, the cool thing, too, is C-17s you could see flying over the Miami Valley regularly throughout the year from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So what's neat about the air shows, you can actually go up in person, see these things up close and personal.
Yeah, and I mean, what's really awesome is some of these planes, you know, you look at the history of the Air Force, the Army Air Corps going back all the way to the 40s and 50s, and you can see the evolution of not just, you know, the Air Force and that, but also technology and how it's changed over the years. The F-22 being one of the newer planes that was out and about, and then you see some of the old trainers. So really a fantastic show and a fantastic trip through history as well.
Good stuff, Nick. Have fun out there. We'll be back with you here in just a moment. Our time right now is 6:43. You're watching Your Day.
Alrighty, welcome back. Temperatures right now very comfortable across the region. Right now for Dayton, sitting right around 65 degrees, 63 as you head up to the northern areas, Wapakoneta, Salina, and up towards Lima, sitting right around 63. Much cooler thanks to that front that we had pushed through yesterday, bringing a lot of us some severe weather. Now, also, our temperatures dropped, but our dew points dropped. So it's going to be very comfortable day out there. Temperatures, dew point temperatures right now sitting right around 60 degrees. A lot of us at 61. You got Richmond, Eaton, Greenville, Dayton, Xenia, Urbana, Bellefontaine, and Wapakoneta sitting at 61 degrees. So these dew points are very comfortable, not the upper 60s and mid 70s, mid to low 70s that we were seeing the past couple days that were very heavy and very thick thanks to that cold front that pushed through. And now you can see that cold front here making its way past New York City, Philadelphia, and Washington, really just kind of falling apart now, losing all of its energy. And as we move into the future here, it's going to kind of be copy and paste for the next few days. 10 a.m., partly cloudy skies, a little bit of sunshine, sticking with that scenario right around noon, lunchtime today. And then as we head into the dinner time, you know, it's Friday, so you want to head out, enjoy the town, or going to the air show this evening. Perfect night to do it. Temperatures right around the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees around 7 p.m. and you'll have plenty of sunshine with it as well. And that moves into your Saturday morning as well. Saturday, expect mostly sunny skies, maybe a few clouds mixing through the region. Not really expecting much in the way of showers, mostly cloudy by the evening hours, and that will also carry into your Sunday morning. Traffic right now looking nice and smooth. The sun is up. The roads are filling up a little bit as people head out to their last day at work for the week. Looking good. Now the traffic map also green, so nothing to report at the moment.
An officer saving a very young life. As Adam Arrow shows us, it's why this Centerville officer is a hometown hero.
This is Centerville Police Officer Candace Gorby. Back on June 19th, CPD says she was dispatched to a call for an unresponsive 3-month-old. She found the baby not breathing, turning blue. Officer Gorby then performed CPR for about 2 minutes, which led to the child surviving. Centerville's police chief, Matthew Brown, had this to say about Officer Gorby. It is our goal at the Centerville Police Department to provide exceptional police services. Officer Gorby's actions on June 18, 2023, in performing CPR on a 3-month-old child exemplifies what we consider exceptional service. Officer Gorby's quick response, calmness under pressure, and deliberate actions based upon her training certainly averted a tragic outcome. If not for Officer Gorby's actions and the follow-up care provided by our colleagues at the Washington Township Fire Department, this incident could have been a tragic loss for our community. These are certainly the actions of hometown heroes. And for her actions, I agree with Chief Brown. Officer Gorby is without question a hometown hero.
If you know someone that's a hometown hero, let us know. Grab your phone and scan the QR code. You can chime in your submission through our app. We just need a description of why they're a hometown hero and a few pictures or video. Popeyes is in the business of TikTok trends. The fast food chain has come up with its own version of the girl dinner, and it's now an option on their menu. The girl dinner is basically a personal snack plate comprised of existing ingredients in the fridge and pantry. My wife does this for lunch sometimes. Popeyes takes on a variety of side dishes that have to be ordered individually, like mashed potatoes, Cajun fries, and biscuits. Yeah, this is more my speed. The special girl dinner tab is only available on Popeyes' website. Our time right now is 6:52. We're continuing our coverage from the Dayton Air Show. You're taking a live look right now from the Dayton International Airport this morning. Coming up, we've got more from Nick and Tage out live at the airport. The Thunderbirds set to return to the skies at the air show. This year's performance comes as the Air Force team marks its 70th anniversary. Gwyneth Falloon has a sneak peek at their shows.
To celebrate 70 years, the Thunderbirds are taking to the skies tomorrow with new songs and new pilots. The Thunderbirds returned to the Miami Valley in 2021 with a completely redone show, saying the pandemic was a blessing in disguise. Major Jeffrey Downey says the show really tugs at the heartstrings and makes people feel proud to be an American.
There's gonna be one little kid out there in the crowd today that they found their passion for life, whether that's flying or something else, right? Or there's some adult out there that sees this demonstration of excellence in human achievement and that it reinvigorates them in their job to go out what they're passionate about and to just excel at it.
Now you can catch all the Thunderbirds action Saturday and Sunday afternoon, and you may even see them practicing later today. Back to you.
We'll be giving you live looks all morning long on what you can expect at this weekend's air show. And it's set to be a hot one. Tage Joshi has the latest on how to beat the heat while you enjoy the entertainment.
For this weekend's Dayton Air Show, of course, health and safety are top of mind for the staff here. And if you're planning to visit, they're probably top of mind for you also. Now, we all know it's important to stay hydrated, but now we are chatting with an expert who's going to talk all things that you need to know if you want to stay safe here this weekend. Dr. Ambergi, he's, of course, with Premier Health. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Give me some of those general details. Outside, like I said, hydration we all know is a big deal. What else are you paying attention to?
You know, the thing I recommend every single year is going to be light, loose-fitting clothing to make sure you stay cool. Bring your chairs, bring your umbrellas, keep the sun off of you the rest of the day. Sunscreen obviously is very important. We don't want you to get sunburnt. The biggest thing for me, for you to know, is that we have two medical tents, one on the east side, one on the west side. They are very well marked with first aid signs. We have board certified ER physicians, nurses, EMS coordinators, and staff that are there to take care of you 24/7. We have a full staff MICU as well as care flight on scene too for any critical transport. So anything that happens to you here at the air show, we'll be ready for.
Okay, so you got a lot of things prepared. You got a lot of things ready in case whatever happens here at the air show. Just want to make sure we go back to what I said at the beginning with hydration. Obviously, we were telling people to prep, drink water the day before they come, bring water. Are there hydration stations or other things like that going to be here at the air show?
Yes, there should be places around here for you to fill water bottles up, but make sure you bring water in with you. And I agree, most important, please pre-hydrate before you come to the show. Plenty of water, plenty of Gatorade. Gatorade when you're here to make sure you're replenishing all those electrolytes as well.
Now, I know we talked a lot about health, and I know that's your expertise, but in just the general safety perspective, and do you have any quick tips there?
No, like I said, we're prepared for anything. Just come out and enjoy the show.
Of course, one more time, that's going to be this weekend, the Dayton Air Show. Those are your health and safety tips. Make sure the biggest thing is hydration, but as you mentioned, all kinds of other things they got you taken care of if you come out here to the air show.
Tickets for the air show are still available online, including a family deal. Kroger grocery stores also have discounted tickets. If you head over to our website, Dayton247now.com, you can find information on parking and what time the event starts this weekend. Public Health Dayton and Montgomery County found West Nile virus in a mosquito in Vandalia. Now, it's not uncommon for a mosquito to test positive for West Nile virus, but Public Health is set to spray the following areas on Monday at dusk for safety: the Vandalia Rec Center, Poplar Cemetery, Helke Park, and several streets surrounding the park. Now, the chemical they'll use, called Duet, does not pose a significant risk to people or animals. That's according to the EPA. The mist should dissipate within 5 to 30 minutes. You're able to be outdoors during that time. So far, no humans have tested positive for West Nile virus in Montgomery County.